Well, tomorrow marks exactly 7 years since the Lily mine tragedy that claimed 3 lives. Yvonne Mnisi, Nkambule and Solomon Nyirenda were working inside a lamp room. Tragedy struck when a crown pillar collapsed and caved into the old underground mine. To date, their bodies remain trapped. Now, Action SA has since jumped in and is promising to help the affected families. Party leader Yvonne Mnisi joins me now for this conversation. Yvonne, always a pleasure speaking to you. A very good morning. It is sad to know that families since 2019 have been camping within that mining region, just seeking for some kind of way forward to recover the remains of their loved ones. Until to this date, it looks as though those cries are not being heard. What is currently happening, and how do we even commemorate such a day, such a tragic day, when we can't even give justice to the family?
Good morning, Faith, and good morning to ENC listeners. A really very sad day, very traumatic day for me in particular. I can imagine on a Saturday I'm preparing to leave for Barberton, Lily Mine, to go and face the families of Nkambule, Yvonne Mnisi and Solomon Nyirenda, with families who have been camping outside makeshift structures for the last 5 years. Two court, the management and the PRP, the business rescue practitioners, have been in violation of 2 court orders with the support of the South African government under the minerals and energy, under Wedemantache, with no interest whatsoever. And why I'm saying it is difficult, it's very painful. It's for me, is you can imagine now, this is the first time this year I'm going to be meeting the families on a face-to-face basis, as you've indicated. Tomorrow is the 7th anniversary of the collapse of this container. And I think I want to put your listeners take them into confidence. The collapse of that container was not an accident. It was an accident bound to happen because 2 years earlier, mining engineers had warned this company on 2 occasions. We've got reports to that effect, warning them about what they were doing was illegal. That is why we find it difficult, why the South African government is reluctant to intervene when 3 families have perished under the belly of the earth, with the government with the absolute authority to intervene in a case of anything happening in the mines. As you are aware, since 1994, mining rights were taken over by the South African government to ensure that our people can see justice in the event of reckless mining. But in this particular case, we as Action SA, me as Yvonne Mnisi, I find it difficult engaging the minister, engaging Parliament portfolio on minerals. I actually one time even have to take them to the mine a few years ago. Even up to today, no political parties interested. Labor unions have distanced themselves away from this. What actually is now happening, the families are refused entry or being anywhere near the mine. From time to time, they unleash hardened criminals on them to leave that site. But one thing I want to assure South Africans that that container is going to be retrieved one day. For as long as some of us are still alive, with a family that is determined to get the remains of their families members so that they can really have proper burials, that is not going to disappear.
Herman, what do you think that government, the Department of Minerals, unions are playing hot potato when it comes to this particular subject matter here? Is it a case of somebody's trying to hide something, or somebody paid off someone, or I'm just trying to struggle. If we've got 3 people that are stuck underground, and till to this date we do not necessarily want to get to the bottom of what caused this collapse in the first place, then why would we have people playing, and different constituents playing hot potato with the subject?
Well, the Faith, as I've indicated, we know why that container collapsed. The container collapsed because of the greediness of the mine managers, ignoring advice from mining engineers to ensure that they can mine in a proper, safe manner. So they ignored all the health and safety measures, continued because they wanted to make money as quickly as possible. And obviously, as you can imagine, political involvement in this matter because of our legislation with the BE, and as you're aware, ANC, the senior bigwigs are the biggest beneficiaries of BE when our poor black people are left at the periphery of society, even when they are murdered like this, because Nkambule, Yvonne, and Solomon were murdered. This is pure murder. And what I find it really really disturbing is our law enforcement agencies, be the Hawks, the South African Police, the National Prosecuting Authority. They are refusing to prosecute when the evidence is there beyond any reasonable doubt. They are letting them. They are letting the BRP, who are also now working with the mine owners, to. They are in contempt of 2 court orders. So something it's amiss. One day it'll come out. Obviously, I think the ANC government is protecting this mine owners. Why? Look, one thing for sure, the truth will come out because the ANC government under the Department of Minerals and Energy, when this container collapsed, you remember they lied to us that that container cannot be retrieved. He dared to take me and Action SA to prove them wrong because we requested them to give us evidence as to what informed their decision that that container cannot be retrieved. Now we've proven them, they know that they were lying, because as I'm speaking to you right now, there's one of the companies, one of the big creditors who wants to buy this mine, made an offer more than 2 years ago to buy this mine and retrieve the container. They are in possession of this information. The court have made a decision just about a month ago. And just in December, the Supreme Court of Appeal actually rejected the postponement of this matter, requested the owners of the mine and BRP in particular, to ensure that they take this to the shareholders to decide who must buy this mine. But obviously, they're still playing games. But our lawyers are working on this. It's costing us a fortune. It's traumatizing us because of the trauma some of us are going through. You can imagine, as I say, I'm leaving my family. I'm going to meet people who've been camping outside the mine for the last 5 years. We've got to help to feed them. It's difficult or impossible to ask them to go home and that we handle this matter because, you know, the pain I feel, there's just no way I can bring myself anywhere closer to the direct families. Yeah. Some of them, one of the family members, when she went down, the child was only 5 months old. So you can imagine, one of the family members had to drop out of university because, it's dreadful. We thought some of us who lived under an evil system of apartheid, we thought evil was behind us. Unfortunately, the ANC government is subjecting us to evil. The continuation of the apartheid evil is continuing today. If you are black and poor in this country, you will see the brutality of the ANC government.
Herman, more than anything else, I do hope that the truth actually is unraveled and is uncovered for the sake of these families who've been camping outside of this mine since 2019. That in itself is a gross injustice more than anything. And hopefully there will be some kind of closure given. And those that need to actually account for what happened, they can actually account and not just disappear into the shadows. But we have to leave our conversation there this morning. Much appreciated for your time as always. Herman Mashaba, Action SA leader.